Last week, Tyson, one of our biggest meat distributors in the United States, closed half of their distribution companies. So not only were thousands of people out of jobs 30 minutes before they were let go, they received a letter. Tyson has put out a statement saying that this is the largest beef shortage they have ever seen, and that they just could not keep up with the demand. There's just not enough cattle to process. So they have already lost over $700 million this quarter. Or not this quarter, up to this quarter. So, what does this mean for us? Well, it means that, and they also said that there's very little heifer retention, which is the cows that will produce more babies, that will keep the cattle going and keep more cattle in, you know what I'm trying to say. So, there's no way that they're going to be able to bounce back from this. There's just not cattle, and they're not preparing to hold the cattle back that they need to I don't know why I can't think this morning, but to re-up the herd. So basically, we are going to have a beef shortage, and it's not going to be a short beef shortage. It's going to be probably for a couple years, maybe 2 or 3 years. So what does that mean for us? That means that already high prices of beef are going to go even higher. And so I'm only telling everybody this so they can be prepared, okay? I'm not trying to scare anyone. I don't do that. I don't believe in fear-mongering. I just want us to all be prepared. So, families that depend heavily on beef, I think that you should stock up. Canned beef, deep freezer, and then also when the beef prices go way up and people start to steer away from beef and go towards chicken and beans and other sources of protein, then supply and demand, those things are going to go up as well. So, not to scare anyone, but I do think that we should start preparing ourselves for that. So if you're a family that depends heavily on beef, maybe start introducing other proteins into your diet. But definitely stock up. Now, I don't know how quickly that this is going to escalate and how quickly the prices are going to reflect what is happening. But there are only 4 major beef processing companies, and a couple of those are owned by foreign countries. So Tyson is one of our largest American beef processors, and so thousands of people have lost their jobs, and it's going to affect the economy in those areas. And not just the people that have lost their jobs, the places where they spend their money. It's going to have a ripple effect. But the beef prices are absolutely going to go up. I don't know that they're really talking about this anywhere, but when there's a shortage and it's only going to get worse, then the prices are just going to skyrocket. So now they have this information. They just closed their plants last week. I would think over the course of the next 6 months to a year, things are going to start getting more expensive. And just, buy a couple cans of beef every time you go to the grocery store, extra. Stick them in your cupboard. A bag of beans. Peanut butter is a good source of protein. Tuna, cans of tuna. But all of these things will go up as people start to stop buying beef and start to buy other forms of protein. Now that may take a while, but I'm just warning you all, and so that you can be prepared and start preparing a pantry. We as Americans have kind of gotten away from having a pantry of food, having a month or two worth of food in our house, whereas that used to be just what everyone did 100 years ago. People didn't go to the store once a week like we do, and we've kind of gotten into that routine where we don't really keep a lot of food in our homes and we go to the store often. So remember the pandemic. Not that we're going to have another thing like that, but I think everyone would sleep a little easier and be a little bit more comfortable with something like that happening if we were more prepared. So just want to keep it short and brief. I don't like trying to scare people, but that's not what I'm trying to do. I just want us to be prepared. So the more prepared you are, the less frantic you feel when the shit hits the fan. So that is all. Have a lovely day.